Hello, this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Here with Roman, Vanture Customs, Philadelphia van camper shop. He's going to give us a tour of his latest creation on the ProMaster 1500 chassis. So join us.
Hey Patrick, and thank you so much for having me on your channel again. I'm glad to be back. You have some awesome audience, followers, and glad to be back. This is the 136 RAM Promaster. It's our adventurer build, and this is also our adventurer rental. So people are able to rent it out and try it out if they want to get into van life, and they'll also be able to get a discount on a build if they want to follow through with us. So we thought this was just a great way to kind of introduce people into van life. So this is the 136 RAM Promaster chassis. It's almost as long as a Toyota Camry, so it's a very easy van to drive. That was also one of the things that we thought was going to be great for the renters. It's also has pretty much a full-time capabilities for this little van. Let me take you through the van and show you this cool little layout. Starting from back here, we already swung the seats around. There's 2 seat swivels that we've installed. There's a Lagoon swivel table here with a nice little countertop, butcher block finishes on all our countertops. The Dometic 12-volt fridge, it's a 12-volt compressor fridge. It's actually a slightly bigger version, the RTX 65, with plenty of room inside with the little freezer compartment, which you can pull out and make it a freezer or fridge as well. Me and my fiance actually lived out of a fridge that was smaller for 2 years and had no issues. As you see, we stock our rentals with everything you need to live out of it. Got a little induction cooktop and the induction cooked up hardware there. Up here we have a 110-volt outlet with a USB and USB Type-C. That's a pretty common trendy USB now. It's a USB native here, so it's 12-volt battery, always connected. You don't need the inverter on for that. Above that we got a nice little storage for upper cabinet things that you can throw in there, with the hydraulic strut and RV J-latches to keep everything in place. You don't want stuff flying out on you when you're driving around. And beneath the passenger seat, we snuck in this Webasto gasoline heater. It takes fuel right out of your fuel tank and heats up the van. You can make it as hot as a sauna in here, and it sniffs on fuel. It takes very little bit of fuel. The floor is vinyl flooring. It's waterproof. In this van, we actually used foam core board as insulation and subfloor in one. It's a plywood that has foam. It's foam core plywood. It was a really good way, I thought, to take care of the subfloor insulation portion, and it's been working really good. It's waterproof as well. So over here, we snuck in a full-size shower in this 17-foot long camper van. There's plenty of room inside. You can see that I have plenty of room to shower. I'm not the biggest person, but it's a nice place to have. It's not like you're going to be spending a ton of time in here. And we have a nice step forward toilet, which you just flush by hitting a little button right there. And you can take it out and dump it in the toilet if you need to. The walls in this shower we made out of PVC sheet. It's a very durable material that holds up against all the elements. And the Nautilus shower door cleans itself off as you close it, like a squeegee. And was a nice little purchase for this van, and regular household shower items. And this water drains into the gray tank below the van. It's a 20-gallon gray water tank. Drain that into a gray water station. Up top in the ceiling, we have a nice sanded pine tongue and groove ceiling that we stained, and the Max Air fan right up here. It's a remote control fan. It has 12 speeds in and out. Has all the above. Great addition in any van. There's 2 of them, so it creates a nice vortex in here and really keeps it cold. Even in summer nights, we rented this thing out all summer and haven't had any complaints, so it's a great low voltage consuming solution in the summer at night. So here we have a big flip up here. Big flip up for more counter space. You can use the lagoon table to really make like a wrap around kitchen counter space to cook up a nice hefty sized meal for yourself. And over here we have our hot water heater switch, our water pump switch, and garage light switch. Tucked away in here, we don't want to crowd up our wall space up front, which the sink also drains into the gray water tank here, so that people don't have to look for a gray water dumping station to dump their 20-gallon water tank underneath. And just a couple little things that you can store down there. Deep sink. This sink also comes out. You can shower outside if you don't want to use the shower inside for some reason. Little soap dispenser. Back over here, we have our little control board here that is starting with Renogy inverter switch. It's a 3,000 watt inverter that's located underneath the bed. We'll get to that later in the video. It is powered by 3 100 amp hour batteries that are Renogy iron phosphate smart batteries, so they turn off, they don't damage themselves. They are self-heated as well, which makes it really easy for our customers to maintain. This whole idea of the setup is to have it as simple as possible for our customers to maintain, and the less intimidating, the better. A 12 volt dimmer switch, one to power the headlights and one to have these little bump out lights. A GFI 110 volt outlet here, and a little cigarette outlet. Plug in pretty much whatever you want in here, and a volt monitor here, which you also can monitor your battery system from your Bluetooth, the Renogy Bluetooth app, to see what kind of solar you're getting. Which, speaking of solar, there's a 320 watt solar panel up top powering this van, plenty with the 300 amp hours of lithium battery. We never had our customers complain that they didn't have enough power, even for 2-week rentals, no problems at all. This bed is a queen size bed. We were able to bump out the bed so you can be just over 6 foot and stretch out like a pencil. And this is a really comfortable bed to sleep on. I really like this bed overall. And underneath we have our bed platform that we vented. You don't want your foam mattresses molding up. I had that on my first van ever, and it was not pretty. And underneath here we have our PEX pipes running for our shower, our smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, and there's just a ton of storage here. You can bring a bike, you can fit a whole paddle board in here, and a kayak. So leaving this area open just makes it feel more open in this little van too. Up here we have 3 little upper cabinet storage. Plenty of things that you can fit in there. You could fit pretty much everything that I own as far as clothes in there. And over here on this wall, there's a gasoline heater switch with these cute little reading lights that have the halo LED ring around there, with the USB charger on them as well, so you can read yourself up a little book before going to bed. The back there, we have carpeted panels. It's a nice touch, and it's the first time we tried it on this van, and it's nice to kind of lean up against when you're just trying to relax in bed on the computer. And that's pretty much wraps it up here. Right here we have our Reflectix window covers, so you can really black out this entire van when you're ready to hit the bed. All right, I'll show you around back behind the van. So this is where we have our low profile bed platform. We support it with metal 12 gauge steel tubes, and the bed platform is made out of Baltic birch. It's a great plywood to use against all the elements. It's a great material overall. Over here on the left side of the van, we have the electrical system box. We keep it covered so our customers don't have to mess with it or bump their belongings into it while they're driving. It pops out, just like that on the J latches. Patrick's little secret. Start from the left, we have our solar controller. It's the Rover Elite 40 amp MPPT solar controller, followed by a 3000 watt inverter, huge inverter. You can power pretty much anything, like the Bosch water heater, which draws a lot of power. So 3000 watt, no problem. 3 batteries, 100 amp hours each. There's one tucked underneath here. And the main master switch shut off your entire system. Fuse panel right here, all labeled. Your battery isolator and breakers for everything to keep everything protected. And on the right side of the van, we have our water system. This also pops off just like that. And you have your Bosch water heater, water pump, and all the tubing. You can pop off, make sure nothing is out of place and where it should be. And click it in place when you need to. There's a little window here. You can monitor your water level for your fresh. We have 30 gallons of it, so it actually ends up being plenty. And you fill it up with a city inlet, little tap here. It's a garden hose inlet, RV, truck stops, campsites, plenty of place to fill up.
Roman, thank you very much for taking the time to give us a tour of your newest camper van creation. And this is exclusively for rental.
Yes.
So walk us through the process. How does someone find the rental? How do they book the rental? What are some of the packages that you have?
So you can find us on outdoorsy.com. There's a ton of cool rental options there, but we mainly rent through there. They have the insurance. They make it really easy for everyone and safe. You take pictures. Everyone has pictures. It's all documented and safe for both parties. You can also find us on our website and go to Outdoorsy from our website. And yeah, visit us on Instagram, YouTube. You can make your ways from all those platforms.
So if I wanted to rent it for a weekend, just 2 days, that's possible?
Yeah.
Or a week,
sure.
or a month, or 2 months?
Week or a month, 2 months. Yeah, all our vans have been all over the country, and we love to see the places that people end up going because we learn a lot of gems around here, which there is a ton. You'd be surprised. These cool places that people bring back.
And what comes with it? Does the bedding come with it? All the pots and pans?
The pots and pans do. The bedding do not. That's a little bit of extra charge because we have to wash everything. So if you bring your own, you can. If not, it's just a little bit more for us to supply the clean sheets and bedding. Other than that, everything is inside, ready to go. We can add camping chairs and a couple other little things if you want. Just ask for it, but everything else is ready to go as is.
And is this a floor plan that you offer that you build for people to buy?
Yeah. So the idea was to let people try out our build, the adventurer build, to get a little bit of a taste of, what kind of layout they would want to go with. And this adventurer build it came out pretty sweet, and it's just a really good way to get into like a full-time van.
Can you describe some of the other floor plans and that you offer?
There's actually, if you're not sure which one you want to go with, we also have a Wanderer for rent. This is a customer's build, and this is a really nice, affordable layout for basically everyone. There's a ton of room here for modifications down the road, kitchens, upper cabinets. We can still add that if you come back. So if you look around here at the side of the van, there's some solar panels here. Huge kitchen. This is the 159 Wanderer build or van. So we had to put a bigger kitchen in here with a ton of counter space and storage. This client didn't get the seat swivels or anything, so there's a huge bed and a ton of storage underneath. The underbed lights are motion sensor. It's a pretty cool touch. But yeah, this is just like the perfect way for someone that's not sure if they want to get into van life. Go with the Wanderer and then just go for it, live out of it, go for trips and go from there. Add one little thing at a time that you really need.
Do you find more and more people have an expectation now of wanting a shower and toilet in their builds?
Yeah, we get a ton of calls like, hey, I want a shower, I want this. And we're like, well, what are you gonna use it for? And they're like, yeah, I'm gonna take it out here and there. And I was like, well, you know what? I think you can just start off with the Wonder and save yourself a ton of cost. So a lot of people end up going this route and loving it the way it is and not even wanting to add on. Some people want to add some things on. So it's nice to have that option.
Now, do you sell the van or the people buy their own van and bring it to you to get the conversion done?
Yeah, people have to bring their own vans. We're not a dealer yet, unfortunately. It's tough to get vans right now. So if we know someone that can get you a van cheap, we send it right away. We work with some dealers locally too. We'll refer them to you and try to get a van in our customers' hands as soon as possible.
Now, I know you have a nice order queue, people that have orders that are getting their chassis and bring them here to build. How long does an average build take?
We keep it within a month to 2 months for custom builds. A set build like a Wonder or an Adventure in most cases will take a month.
How do they follow you on social, website? How do they get in touch with you?
So you guys can reach us through our website is the easiest way. Instagram, you can go over and float your way to our YouTube channel or our Instagram and request a consultation through our website, and Laura will be more than happy to talk to you guys through whatever builds you guys want to go through.
Well, this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video, comment, share, and subscribe. I'd love it. And we'll see you soon.